Now, Vice President Harris is going to have to make that same decision. And labor leaders are now making a late push for Senator Gary Peters of Michigan to be in consideration to be Harris's running mate. Axios reports that there have been discussions that have occurred between labor leaders and the Harris campaign. The same report says that the senator from Michigan is interested in being Harris's running mate and is working to build support. So let's ask him. Senator Gary Peters of Michigan joins us right now. He is also the chairman of the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee and the chair of the Senate Homeland Security Committee. Senator, good to see you again. So let's put it bluntly. Would you be interested in serving as Vice President Harris's running mate?
Well, I respect the Vice President's process. She's looking for a running mate now. She's got a lot of wonderful folks that she's looking at, and she's going to make a decision that's right for her and right for the country. It's an intensely personal decision, and I want to respect that process and focus on what I need to be focusing on right now, as you mentioned in the opening, as I chair Homeland Security Committee here in the Senate. We have a big hearing coming up. In fact, as I get off the set here, I'm going to head to the Capitol. We've got the new acting Secret Service director appearing for the first time before my oversight committee, as well as the deputy director of the FBI, continuing to probe. This is a probe similar to what my committee did and what I did after January 6th, where we identified security weaknesses at the Capitol, made a number of recommendations. A large number of those have been fully adopted, others partially adopted. The Capitol is now a more secure place. And now we need to do the same thing when it comes to Secret Service protection. You know, this was an attack on democracy. When people go to a political rally, they should know that they are safe and that they're not subject to a random shooter. The Secret Service clearly had failures that we want to identify. And then, of course, the other job, which is one that I've been doing for some time, which is making sure we hold the majority in the United States Senate as chair of the Democratic Senate Campaign Committee. You know, we were able to do that last cycle. We made history, first time since 1934. And right now, it's absolutely critical we hold that majority. When Vice President Harris becomes the president of the United States, she needs a majority in the Senate to be effective. You absolutely have to have the majority, as you know, for all of your appointments, for judicial appointments, and basically able to effectively use your presidency for the benefit of the people. So that is my primary job, in addition to being chair of Homeland Security. So I've got a lot on my plate right now.
Senator, that was well done in terms of a dodge and then pivot to talking about other things. So kudos to you for that. But let's stay on politics for a minute now. I mean, this push to potentially add you to the ticket, which I understand you're dodging at the moment, comes from labor. But speak to us. You're a champion of unions and labor in your state and around the country. Talk to us about the role they're playing right now, because in this race, because it's one where the Trump ticket is making a play for them as well.
Well, you know, labor is absolutely essential for victory, particularly in states like mine and in Michigan. You know, we are coming off of Joe Biden, who was without question the most pro-union president that we've had. I'm confident Kamala Harris will be that pro-union president as well. But, you know, this is very personal to me. My dad was a union member. My father-in-law is a UAW member. My mother was an SEI union steward who fought to organize her workplace as a nurse's aide. And I know how important it is for people in Michigan to have someone who's a champion for their fundamental right. This is about freedom and their fundamental right to collectively bargain for fair wages, for quality health care, and when it's all said and done, to be able to retire with dignity. And the labor movement and unions are essential to that. As we've seen the middle class shrink, it's almost directly correlated with declining numbers of unions. And yet right now, unions are at the highest level of public approval in decades. People understand that unions not only raise wages for their members, but when they get wage increases, like we saw with the very big UAW strike last year, which was a great success, wage levels across the board in other industries and other areas are also increased when unions are successful. So it is, to me, it's part of the heart and core of who we are as Democrats, that we stand up for working folks, we stand up for unions, and we understand that you cannot have a strong and vibrant middle class without a strong and vibrant union presence as well. And that's something I'm passionate about and believe that Vice President Harris will be and is already. She's made a number of appearances with unions, and that's going to be critical for us to win, not just in Michigan, but Pennsylvania and Wisconsin as well.
Senator, it's Lauren Leader. Could you just give us a little bit more of your sort of over-under on the impact of Vice President Harris at the top of the ticket on some of these critical Senate races that have been, very close in a toss-up, not just, in many of the states where Democrats have seats either to defend or are trying to pick up. So can you talk to us about what you think changes now in terms of the prospects for the Senate majority?
Well, the prospects have gotten a whole lot brighter, there's no question. But already we were in a really good position because basically all of these U.S. Senate races are candidate versus candidate races. It's how we won last cycle. We defeated flawed and highly flawed Republican challengers to our Democratic incumbents and candidates. The same thing is happening this cycle. We've got strong incumbents running against these flawed opponents. And now with the energy that we're seeing on the ground, and it is significant. I was at some canvass kickoffs earlier or over the weekend in Michigan. Young people were showing up. I had a number of young people who had never participated, never went out canvassing. We're doing it. They were excited to do that. If you just look at Michigan, too, the number of volunteers who wanted to be in our one campaign, which is our Get Out the Vote effort, the number doubled just over the last week. That kind of energy translates into our Senate races. Most all of our Senate races are key battlegrounds. They're in this race together. We're going to work closely with the presidential campaign. And then we've got to win others like Montana and Ohio. But with the energy that we have with Democratic base, I'm very confident we can win. But these are going to be tight races. It's going to come right down to the wire. People have to get engaged. They have to contribute. They have to volunteer. They have to talk to neighbors and friends. This is not over yet. This is still a battle for the heart and soul of this country. And no one should be sitting on the couch. Everybody needs to get up and fight and be a part of this incredible effort to make sure that we save our democracy and strengthen our country for everyday people.
Senator Peters, Elise Jordan here. Not to beat a dead horse, but my dad always said no shame in showing that you want a job. Yes or no, if Kamala Harris asked you to be her running mate, would you accept?
I'm going to stick with my answer. I'm going to respect the process that the vice president has, and whoever she chooses, I will fully support.
The very disciplined chair of the DSCC, Senator Gary Peters of Michigan. Senator, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.